This is No Agenda.
Hey, they had one of those photo booths at the airport, at Schiphol Airport. The ones that takes the picture of you naked?
Tell me about this.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've seen the pictures, haven't you? Of these,
No, I don't know anything about it. I'm completely out of the loop.
Oh, come on, man. And so you have these newfangled security devices, and there's two now. When you go to the EasyJet gate, the old-fashioned, put it through the X-ray walk.
No, what airport is this again?
Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam.
Okay.
A very modern, of course.
Oh, right, I've been there. It's a gorgeous airport. It's one of the prettiest airports I've ever been to.
Yeah, owned by the government. And so you have the old-fashioned put your shit through the X-ray and then walk through the metal detector, take off your shoes, of course, and everything you have, strip down. And now on the left-hand side, you still have the X-ray for your bag, but then you go into a booth. It's a clear booth. You turn 90 degrees facing towards a wall. You put your hands up above your head in it it's the weirdest pose because it looks like you're surrendering, which of course is exactly what you're doing.
It's just very symbolic.
Yes. And they have a little monitor showing you what's happening, right? So you see so there's a picture taken, and then you see all these wires, and there's a back office, and that's where people are looking to see what you're wearing. They don't actually show the picture, but if you Google it on the internet, you'll see that it looks like you're naked. That's pretty much what they're seeing there. And
it sounds like a pretty interesting job to have.
Well, particularly, so my wife is a celebrity. And she said, I'm not going to walk through that. And I said, well, no, not today because you have a choice, but tomorrow. And it was funny because I learned something else about my wife. She's starting to wake up a little bit. Because here's a trick I do, and here's something I advise to you that will make you feel much better and probably not get you in jail. When you're at the airport, now, typically, this is what I find. It's in the States, it happens a lot, but it was happening at Amsterdam, Schiphol Airport. The security personnel, so that would be TSA in the States, they bark at you, and they bark commands, and and it's offensive the way it comes across. I've learned that if you speak to them and it's not easy to do, because you got to practice. But if you speak back at them in exactly the same tone and volume as they're speaking to you, it really sets them back. and so I have my little computer bag. There was no computer in it. It's actually only a netbook would fit into it, but I kind of like it, so I just put my passport and stuff in there, and I put it on the X-ray belt. And this woman who was just been barking was like, "Take your laptop out, sir!" And I went, "There's no laptop in there." And she went, and you could see her step back 3 steps. And she's like, what are you and my wife actually steps in. She says, "You are just rude. You're just barking at people. Why do you do that? Why do you have to bark at people? Just talk to them in a civil tone of voice." But I've started doing this, and it's a lot of fun. The people that have the little plastic baggies, they have these at Heathrow. They have yellow shirts on. And they have plastic bags, and this is where you're supposed to put your liquids in there. And they're literally like, "Do you have any liquids? Do you need a plastic bag?" And I can't help myself. Like, "No, I don't. I do not need a plastic bag. I need no liquids." And you can see that, and they're freaked out. And some of them actually realize, crap, I'm talking like a fucking idiot. So anyway, that's a tip of the day. And I was very happy to see my wife just step up there for a moment and say, "Hey, dude, chill the fuck out. People are crazy. Give someone a badge and they turn into a Nazi." I do like the office of the president-elect announcing Tom Vilsack as Secretary of Agriculture. This guy he campaigned using the Monsanto private jet.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's a major GMO guy. He's all about.
You're kidding?
No, Tom Vilsack. Look it up. And there was something else I found about Vilsack, which is related to Hillary Clinton, which was interesting. An article from March 2007. Democratic presidential contender Hillary Clinton has agreed to help the one-time candidate who endorsed her on Monday as he seeks to retire a campaign debt of more than $400,000. And all of a sudden you're thinking, could that be related to his appointment? But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So Monsanto's in the White House already. Is that what you're telling me?
Monsanto's,
Great.
of course they are. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading about GMO, and it's kind of freaking me out. It's
genetically modified
organism, I guess, is what it's for. But
Frankenfood.
So what they do, Frankenfood. So what they do is, particularly with corn, which corn isn't just about everything we eat, directly or indirectly.
No, we're a corn culture.
We are a corn culture. They take a 22 caliber, either shotgun, but a 22 caliber bullet, and they jam in there I'm going to say it wrong, either the actual gene or the protein, the part of the DNA of a pesticide, and they shoot it into the grain, or into the seed, and then through some magical explosive process, a protein develops so that this corn can be sprayed with pesticide. They call it herbicide to make it sound more friendly. And so that the corn will then grow without.
No, I think it is an herbicide.
It is an herbicide because it kills weeds. You're right. It is an herbicide. Yeah. So it's killing other plants, but it's genetically modified so that it that it won't die. Right.
It doesn't.
The corn is right.
Yeah.
But they feed this corn to laboratory rats, and 50% of them die.
Probably not healthy corn.
No, but it's in pretty much everything these days. And of course, as we've identified, you turned me on to this story months ago. With the seed, the seed actually spreads to the farmers next door,
contaminates everything.
Contaminates, and it's not just the problem that it's then contaminated and it's genetically modified, but then Monsanto comes up and says, "Hey, excuse me, we own the patent on that. That's our seed. Either you pay us for it, or we're going to destroy your crop." Because they own it, they've patented it, they own food, and that is now indeed in the White House.
Yeah. Well, that's good news. Thanks for that.
Sure, I got many more.